Good evening, everybody. I'm Pierre Roberge, the Daily Trader. It is May 14th, and we are going to take a look at Tesla stock. I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research, make your own decisions. So, Tesla seems to have bounced on the 560 support. We closed at 589.72, up $18, 3.15%. Post-market, we are up 25 cents. Let's look at the chart. So basically, we have a candle, a green candle, always nice to see, with a longer wick at the bottom. So this is showing that even though during the day the stock went down, it went back up, and just a little wick at the top. So we see some strength there. And as you see, we are pretty much smack in between, smack in the middle of the red candle that we had yesterday. So we are basically going sideways, and we are above support at 560, and we are below the resistance at 595. So basically the stock is respecting both our support and resistance and going sideways. If we look at the candle a little bit more closely, we had a high of 592, so quite close to the resistance that we have here. Let's go into the hourly chart. So today we started at 9:30. So it started here above the close of yesterday, so quite a bit above. Then it went down and basically went at the same level as it was yesterday at the close. So basically, this morning was a gap up. A gap up is when the stock price jumps to a different number. Let's say let's say that I'm at 562, and boom, the next trade is at 570. So this is a gap up. You can have a gap down also. So basically the concept is that there are no trades that are happening at every price until the 570, let's say. So basically the concept is that when you have a gap up, there's a theory that says that the stock will come and fill the gap. So it will come down eventually to fill that blank of empty trades. So basically this is what happened. This is what happened here. So maybe we are going to see it with the 5-minute chart. Yes, exactly. We see it with the 5-minute chart. So look at this. So here, I'm going to remove myself. So we had, okay, so we closed here. Yesterday we closed at 571, and then this morning, boom, gap up. So between 573 and 579, there were no trades because nobody was willing to buy and sell at those prices. So we had a gap up, and then the rule says gaps will be filled eventually. They might not get filled right away, but they can get filled months later. But in this case, it looks like the gap has been filled within 15 minutes. Because then after the stock opened, well, sorry, I made a mistake. The stock opened, I always make this mistake. The stock opened on red candles. It opens at the top of the rectangle. And for a green candle, it opens at the bottom of the rectangle. I always get those two mixed up. So basically, we opened at 583, let's say. And here the last trade, or let's say that we had trades at 573. So that's the real gap. And then red candle, red candle, red candle, red candle. So the gap was filled, and then boom, it just continued. But then it got rejected here. So it got rejected at 595, let's say. It got rejected, went down a little bit, but did not go as low as as the bottom here of the day, so it shows some strength, and then it went up, and now we can see that it's slowing down and making a little top here at around 591. It's making a little top here. Stochastic is super high from a 5-minute perspective. If we go back to the 1 hour, so basically the stock is really coming up to the 595 resistance. So seeing this little wick here that went almost up to 595 is also confirming that 595 is really a resistance for the stock. The stock is taking this into account and acting accordingly. So basically this means that our lines are good. Our lines are good. So support at 560 seems to be holding. So maybe that's the low that Tesla had. So I say this because if we respect this support for a long time, we could go, well, it could mean that if you want to buy Tesla at a low price, this might be one of the last times you can buy Tesla at under 600 for a while. I'm not saying it will never come back down, but so far it seems to be bouncing on 560 and then either moving sideways or moving up. So basically the stock can do anything it wants in between our 560 and the resistance that we have here. So this is all fair game. So some people might say, well, I'm gonna buy on Monday here because this is low, and I'm gonna sell it when it goes up to resistance, because the expectation is that the stock will be moving up and down between these two lines. So you can do both. You can buy here and sell here, and you can buy a put or sell short and then buy back here. So you can do that, and there's no right now there's no patterns that has been established to tell us exactly, well, is it going to go to the red line this way? Is it going to go to the red line just by staying just right above the green line and encountering the red line here? So this is all possible. So this is the realm of possibilities. And as we had in the past here, there's some patterns. There are some smaller patterns that will emerge, like in here, since April 14th down to around May. See, we had a nice little pattern. So it was clear that Tesla was just inching down. So when a pattern appears, then we can identify that pattern early on, and then we can profit from that pattern. So eventually a pattern will also happen here. The only problem here is that the two lines, this resistance line here and the 560, are getting closer together. So it means that the patterns will be smaller and smaller. Here it was a little bit easier to look at the patterns. See, here we had a long pattern that had some time to establish itself. We had a smaller pattern here that was a little bit harder to identify. We had a smaller one here that lasted like 5 days, even though we identified it. But my point is that this is just a teaching point. My point is that the closer a resistance and support lines get, the harder it will be to discover the pattern that is at play. And at some point, there is no more pattern because, you know, the two lines are almost touching. And at that point, the stock will be doing something. It either will continue straight flat, or it will go up, or it will go down. So our job is to find patterns and read those patterns and invest when we think we understand the pattern, because patterns tend to last a while. So if we see a stock do this, we say, oh, this is a bullish pattern. So I'm going to invest long because I want to profit, because the stock is moving up and it seems to have that pattern, and I'm going to ride the pattern. So this is the concept of trend following. There's also the concept of buying on a support and selling on a resistance. So this is a little bit less of a trend following pattern, but this is also another way of making money. There are so many ways to make money on the stock market. You just need to pick the way that fits with your personality, with your fear of losing money, with your expectation of making money. So the stock market is really a psychological tool to discover yourself. It's really nice. It's really fun. A small look at the stochastic. So stochastic going back up a little bit, not very strong still. It's at 1550. So not much strength right now. Stochastic will need to have a candle that is making higher highs so that the stochastic accepts this as some strength in the market. But right now with this candle that's basically smack in the middle of yesterday's candle, the stochastic is not really convinced. It's only convinced that the stock is going sideways. And of course the MACD, which are basically two moving averages. So unless again the candle starts to make higher highs compared to other candles, then the stochastic is going to stay the course. And the DMI, also pretty much the same concept. The DMI is showing the it is showing a bearish trend. It has been showing a bearish trend since the red line crossed over the green line on April 27th. So at that point it said, well, okay, now I don't trust this. We had a high of 780 and now we are at around 719. So yeah, now this is a downtrend for me, and it started showing this. So we are going down here. So to be really sure that the Tesla stock is going to go up to this resistance, some people might say, well, I'm going to wait until the DMI crosses over. Well, the green line goes over the red line, so that is going to be a bullish trend. But what might happen if we do this when the two lines, the resistance line that is going like this one here, and the support line are getting closer, then there's not much room for the stock to show that the DMI crosses over before the stock has to come down, because it has hit the resistance here. So that will be the trap that can happen if we are waiting for the DMI to cross over in this region. Waiting here for the DMI to cross over was a little bit better because the two lines were a little bit wider. Waiting here or waiting here for the DMI to cross over was a better idea, because look at this. It crossed over when the stock was on the support. And then the stock went up to the resistance and then kept going. So this was a great trade. This was a great DMI trade on November 17th. That was a great trade. But here, it always does this. But here, because the two lines are getting closer together, it is going to be harder to rely on the DMI to buy on the support and sell on the resistance. But the stochastic, which is an indicator that moves up and down pretty fast, is going to be of nice help to help you do that if you desire to do so. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking this video. Thank you for subscribing. We reached 1,000 subscribers, so I'm really thankful. Thank you very much. I did not think I would reach that. Basically, I was just filming myself looking at stocks, and I just decided to put that on the internet to see if people would like it, and much to my surprise, I started seeing that people were liking it. You were liking it, so thank you very much. I feel the connection with you guys. I read all of your comments, so please ask me any questions. You can tell me that you disagree with me. It's okay. You can teach me about other indicators that you like to use. I am all ears. I see this community as a group of people that are trying to make money on the internet and having fun at the same time. So basically, the only thing I don't like in the comments are insults, but anything else is a fair game. We have a Patreon account if you are interested in supporting me. We have also a free discount server where you can talk amongst each other. So having the comments in YouTube is nice. You can reply to each other there a little bit, but it's not the same as having a Discord server where you can discuss about Tesla with people that also like my videos. So basically, this is kind of a guarantee that you might enjoy these people, because if you all like what I do, it means that you have some similarities between you guys. So why not try to make friends and learn from each other at the same time. So I've been talking a lot today. I don't know what's happening to me. So thank you very much. I'm going to wish you a great weekend. We are going to talk next Monday. I'm placing my mouse on the stop button, and I will tell you à la prochaine.